Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Gator. 55. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Check.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set. 90, Wolf. Tackle.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Saquon Barkley. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Instead of the first, he'll have to go backwards for another second down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays second down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they got to look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. And he fires one incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Play action. It's Jackson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Connor on first down working his way forward for about 4 yards. 2nd down coming up. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. That's complete to his running back Connor. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Jones. It's caught. Shepard. 23 yards, the final tally. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Jones now on 1st down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. And even 40 yards.
Check three. Look at me. Go. Big rip.
No gain on the dump off. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on a big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. First down run for Connor, not going to get much. Maybe a yard. 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Alec Ogletree in there to drop him for a loss on the play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
$39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing, Jones. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 46. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 44 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. They run with Connor, and he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
On second down, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And Jackson throwing once more. Bryant has it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling it over.
Barkley, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Hey, let's go. First down, Giants. Look at me. Zip up down.
Jones on first and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. Got to do better. Come on, QB. Come on. Hey. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Shoot.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line. Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Marcus Golden, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, that fell harmlessly to the ground. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A quick pass out to Aguilar. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Alpha. Mike 50.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what. And I think the ball's out. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. A first throw now for the backup Roethlisberger. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return, it's Tate. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 49, check 49, go.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Roethlisberger, complete to Bryant. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. It's caught by Bryant. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt. And they're going for it on 4th down.
Alert, alert. Hey, look, 48.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Here's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram, 53 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I went, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Ryan Switzer. Incomplete. He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
A lone second remains now in this third quarter. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones flushed to his right. And this is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jones operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Marcus Golden picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards the pickup there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Roethlisberger now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. It's caught. Shepard. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's complete to his running back, Connor. 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now left side on the swing pass. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Jack 16.
He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
66. Slack 80. Recon 132 fighter.
Kill, turn up. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Shoot.
Knickers. 61. Matchbox lights.
Back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Jack 16.
Here we go. Check. You good? Check. Hey.
Easy.
Check 24. Kill.
Greystone, travel.
Kill.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Set. Black 30.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street.
He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Extra point now by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Don't get nervous. X3, 218, jump.
Under 10.
Oh!
He's coming.
Ready?
They'll look to throw.
Check.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here we go. Black 80.
Hey, we got 3 down.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but